Hey guys, this is Movie Magic Gaming Gurus, and we are live. And as always, I'm joined by my partner in crime, the sketchy one. And
Did you forget my name? The
Tash.
sketchy one. Shit. Is that a shit that you're with the sketchy one?
No, I was thinking about the fucking light behind me.
Oh.
The sketchy one, Tash, as always, is here. And as always, I mess up the intro again because the bloody light outside. And
Like a blooper reel of all the fucked up intros.
I should do, shouldn't I? I bet every single one is messed up.
You're gonna have to seriously move over because now you're not on camera.
What about now?
Yeah, but that light is really bright.
Hold on, give me a second. You talk for a minute and I'll shut the bloody blind.
Hello, everybody. If there's anybody there, bloody men not being prepared as usual. We're late because Malcolm was late, so blame him.
That's better than that.
Yes. Much.
Okay, I'm back.
Much better. Yeah.
It's just because it was hot. So, let's ask you the most important question of all. This question is one you've never heard before. It's, how are you feeling?
That is not a good question at the moment. It's been a rough week, a really rough week, but yeah, just not been up to much. But I caught up with my Skybox, so I finally got back to watching Better Call Saul season 2. And I'm not enjoying quite as much as I enjoyed season 1, so I'm a bit disappointed about that. Because like the first season was all about like him and his brother a lot, and it was interesting seeing that dynamic. Yeah. But now his brother's all pissy with him and stuff, and it's like, oh, and you don't really see the brother who's played by Michael McCain. You don't really see him that much at the moment. So I'm on like episode 4. But it's nice to get, because it's been. Oh, hey Alex. It's nice to get back to it. So you know, because I've not been on Netflix for so long.
It's funny Alex is here because he's actually been watching it as well.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And we were talking about, I think about a week or two ago, and he was saying how it was really good.
Yeah.
So, have you finished it, or are you part way through, or?
Like I say, on season 2, I'm on about episode 4, so I'm going to continue watching it, but I'm just not finding it as engaging as season 1.
The end of season 2 picks up big time.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I've heard it might, but
I've heard the end, and it does sound like it could be pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
So I'm looking forward to watching the rest of it, but I'm just, like I say, it's difficult when you're trying to get back into something and you're really finding it plodding kind of thing. So
yeah, I know what you mean. It's like when I watch stuff like Angel now, it plods. It's very slow. Or I try and watch Arrow and it plods along because it's got so different. Like I was trying to watch Ray Donovan because it started up again.
Oh yeah, I watched Ray Donovan.
I was halfway through the first episode, and it just felt so boring.
Really?
You know, it's like everything that Ray Donovan could have been, which could have been just like The Sopranos, but different. It's really gone downhill because I'd hated the third season. I wasn't keen on the second season. The first season was the only season I've ever really liked of the show.
Really? Yeah.
Right? So, it just, you know, it's just one of those things. But I feel like when it plods on, because these 12-episode shows now, they put so much into them that after time now, 40 episodes are filler.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you could easily do 8 episodes.
8 episodes, exactly, yeah.
But why don't we talk about the most important thing before we carry on asking you how you are and say what tomorrow is?
Tuesday.
Tomorrow is your birthday.
Thank you. Yes, it is.
And
I will be 120 years old, and
I bet you can't wait to be that age. Oh, if you did live that age and you look the way you're doing pretty well.
There is no way I'd make it to that age. So.
I'm hoping I'll make it to at least 84.
Oh, really? 84?
Yeah.
Why 84?
I don't know, because by 84 I want to give up, I guess.
Just a random number in your head, is that?
Hey, if you want to live to 84, more than likely you won't live to 84. You'll live to like, I don't know, 64 or something.
Yeah.
You know, the men in my family all die young, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not too good. Unless I've got my nan's genetics. If I've got my nan's genetics,
you'll keep kicking.
I'll live to 80 odd years old.
Mm.
You know, but if I haven't and I've got my mum's genetics, I'll probably die when I'm 50. So, either way, who knows? It's luck of the draw.
You'll be fine. I'll be happy.
But,
I'll be lucky if I make it past 50, to be honest.
Oh, you'll do all right, you know. It's just a matter. I think as you get older, you just have to think more about health and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like I know nowadays, I can't eat certain foods because of reflux and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, as I get older, I'll have to stop eating those foods altogether.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Alex says, happy birthday for tomorrow, Tash. Smiley face.
Thanks, Alex.
What are you planning on doing? I can tell you exactly what she's doing. She's going to go see a Chippendale and get a stripper. She's going to lay on the floor and let the stripper start doing that humping motion. And while she's there, Donna's going to be there oiling the chest of this guy. All right? Yeah. And then Tash is going to go ha 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 and leave. Well, so that's what you're planning, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, and having a meal. And eating a meal off of a man.
Off the Chippendale, yeah.
All areas covered in food.
Oh dear. You know what? We saw these amazing at the like the place where I got the rat in there. They have like a garden centre as well, and they had this shelf of these amazing cactuses. They were like big orbs, if you will, and they like had a couple of them in like these pots. Anyway, they had this one like big one and this little Todger one underneath. And I said, that looks so rude. I said to Donna, I said, that looks actually quite rude. And she said, it does look like it when it's all shriveled up.
Oh,
I was like, that's so wrong. So we should buy that one just to feel pity for it.
So this is what happens when you put two women looking at the shriveled up things.
I know, yeah.
Alex, it sounds like a good plan.
That's not my plan. It's a even worse plan. I'm going to be in Basingstoke.
What Alex doesn't realise is he's the stripper.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Dylan Alex, you know.
There you go.
No, I'm going to be, well, you know, I come second place, apparently. After my friend has finished with her other friend, she and her fiance are going to take me bowling in Basingstoke, and then going to go to Chalk Hill Blue just for a meal. So, nice chicken rotisserie place. So.
Oh well, it should be pretty. It should be pretty fun though to go there and spend the time together. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm just sorry I can't be there.
I know, right? You completely ignored your invitation. I mean, it sucks.
You sent me an invitation, and I lost it in the mail.
Jane goes to me, is there anybody else you'd like to come along? I'm like, well, whoever, you know. I'm like, not gonna like. She's like, well, can you think of anybody that's free? I'm like, I'm sorry, this is your deal. You're organising this.
Oh shit, Alex is going bowling tomorrow as well. Shit, so you might bump into each other. Shit. Oh shit. Oh look, so this is the secret plan, is it, to get you two together?
Yeah, it's a secret, yeah.
I see. Nice. Tash is on that.
For Battlefront. That's amazing.
I think, you know what, that game is awful. I played it for a little while and hate the fucking thing.
I'm glad you agree, Alex, because we absolutely despise that game.
That game technically...
You got rid of it, didn't you?
That game technically cost me 80 quid. Because of how bad it was, hoping it would fucking be good, and it fucking ended up worse. I hate that game. I do.
Awful. Just...
The strip show...
It's so pointless.
The strip show is at the bowling. Oh, he's going to show he's going to show his bowling balls.
I came in like a bowling ball.
I can imagine Alex actually, you know, in that moose video where she's swinging.
Yeah, on the regular, yeah.
Completely naked, and then it breaking and falling down.
I can imagine, like, standing at the alleys, you know, and you're bowling, and all of a sudden this huge ball with Alex naked just sweeps across the length.
Hey, tomorrow it might happen if you're both there at the same time. What time are you going then, Alex?
Yeah. Dear, that's funny.
Oh shit! You'll actually meet somebody from YouTube, and who you know actually from other things as well.
Dear,
that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Can you imagine?
Oh, hi James. Hi Mel and Tash. How are you both, my friends? Tash is doing pretty bad. I'm doing pretty bad, but doing all right. And it's Tash's birthday tomorrow. And you're welcome to go to her party if you can make it.
So this is my birthday bash.
Yeah, think about it. Now you're going to have Alex there, right?
Yeah.
We're going to get James there. Is anyone else going? Oh, Alex says he's going from opening till closing. That's my first. Oh. Say, oh, look. Tash is getting all nervous now.
Dear. Can you imagine? Day off from uni, just to go strip show at the bowling.
Can you imagine asking for it?
Can you imagine asking for that?
Oh.
Putting it on your holiday slip, you know.
That'd be great. I think that's going to be funny. If you two see each other, that's going to be hysterical. Listen to the story.
It'd be like me and you at the Comic-Con, you know.
What, you mean you hiding?
Yeah, totally. Just like,
you're
shit,
hiding,
I'm not here.
Oh shit, I mean, oh shit, that's Alex over there. I need to hide in the bathroom for about 10 minutes. Oh shit, it's still here. No, I've got to go now. James says, happy birthday for tomorrow, Tash.
Oh, thank you, James.
It's a Ghostbusters themed birthday party, James.
Yeah. But a decent Ghostbusters, not the shitty new one.
Oh dear, I had to put that in there. I had to do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you imagine if it was a theme party and like we did like The Walking Dead or something at bloody bowling?
Oh, can you imagine that? A boy going like this.
So what you been up to?
I've been watching a lot of wrestling. I've been
uploading wrestling.
Uploading wrestling stupidly, but why not? Fuck it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? I thought it's something. People complain I'm not uploading stuff, so why not upload one thing?
Yeah.
So I uploaded that. Went to the shop, went to the grocery store with Donna today. Some guy tried to mug her.
Really?
Yeah, I caught him and punched him in the face, but that's another story for another day. Yes, he got a bit aggressive with her, started trying to say to her, give me some money, so I kind of pushed him out of the way and kind of hit him. But not too hard or anything, just get out of the way.
But just like
scare tactics. And I waited for her to get in the car before I did, because obviously, you know, you do that if somebody's did that, went grocery shopping, picked up my nutty pills to help me get better.
Yeah.
That's what we call it now, the nut job pills.
The nutty pills.
Yeah, the nutty pills. And went grocery shopping, had a terrible bag packer. The guy was packing it was awful.
Really? Yeah.
He was putting hot food with cold food. And he put bananas and pears in with yogurts put on top of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He was fucking terrible. I was sitting there, just like sitting there. I was standing there.
You're always sitting everywhere. It's great. I just imagine you just like, hang on, I got to tell this story. Let me sit down a minute.
Yeah, I was just sitting on the floor randomly.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you know, but no, I was standing there just looking at him like, really? It was terrible. But they pack for you, so you don't have to worry about packing, which is nice.
Yeah.
You know, because when you have to pack your own shopping, sometimes it can be a real hassle, depending on what you're getting, because people look at you like, come on, move. You know what I mean? Yeah. In England, when that happens, no one's going to be like this.
It's amazing, though. You know, I mean, I've had it in Iceland, where, you know, like, you'll get till clerk, like shove your stuff through, and the next person they'll actually help slowly with their stuff. You know, also it's like so annoying.
Well, if you go to the Dells, they're the best place. Boom, 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 boom. And they're like throwing it at you. You know? But, you know, over here, they mostly pack your shopping for you. And it's part of the charge of the food and everything.
Ah, right, yeah.
But I'm always like, I always prefer doing it myself in a way because I'm used to doing it myself.
But I like that you said that it's a complete misconception about the paper bags.
Yeah, the paper bag thing, since I've been here, I've never seen paper bags.
Really? Never.
I'm sure they are in some places.
Yeah.
But I've never seen them in the place I go. They're normal plastic bags.
Yeah.
But most people take their own bags, you know, like the bags for life kind.
Yeah, like the bags, yeah.
And get them packed in it and stuff. So I've never seen brown bags. I've seen brown bags for small shopping things in some places.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like but when you say about going grocery shopping, that's all you think about, isn't it? Is the brown paper bag with no handles. I never got those.
I never understood when you watch these old films and they're holding it like this.
Yeah, they're struggling to get.
You're like, why would anyone do that? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
You know, but in there, and from what I've seen, yeah. I
wonder if there was a point where that stopped or what, because, I mean, it must have been a thing at some point, up to a certain point. So
I reckon it happened up to like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Because in the films, I know in the 90s they've got them in the films.
Yeah. I know in the 90s they had them in TV, so it's just weird when that is immediately what you associate with America kind of thing.
That's all you associate with America, is it?
No, I just mean like that's one of the main things when you think of like ways of life in America. I just see everybody with no handles on their.
Brainstorming. What do you think of America? Presidents. What do you think of America?
Round shopping.
What do you think of America? American Eagles. Tash, what do you think? Brown paper bags.
For the liquor.
Just be like, what? You know, like, okay, this woman obviously, you know.
You know what I mean, though. That is one of the, when you think of like American lifestyle, you just imagine people. And I know, obviously, I mean, I never got it. I mean, I understood that obviously you have to drive a lot in America. You know, so the idea is that you're not walking around carrying these bags. But I just never got this idea of not having any handles on your bags. And like you say, you see these people with like 4 bags in their waddling out to the car or something.
One of the things I miss since I've been here is your corner shop. Because around here, there's a shop just down the road, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you can't really walk to it because there's no pathway.
Right, yeah.
Right? So you have to walk in the road to get there. And I don't like that because there's a corner so people can come spinning around and maybe hit you.
Yeah.
But in England, you can cross small roads, you can do this, and you can get across.
Yeah. Yeah, you can run across without being considered jaywalking, you know.
You can run across if there's not a car coming and all that, but over here you can't.
No, exactly. It's legal and all that stuff, isn't it?
Exactly. So
I hate this idea that you got to walk down to the nearest traffic lights. It's like, well, if you're on a frigging long road, you're screwed, you know.
Exactly. Again, it's not good, you know. I mean, if I walk down Albertsons, it's a half an hour walk.
Yeah.
Right, to an hour, depending on how I walk there.
Right, yeah.
And then if I want to get a lot of shopping, I have to carry all that up a massive hill. We're talking about a really, really steep hill. Everybody's like, oh, yeah.
Muscle man.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
So that takes you an hour to get back, or an hour and a half?
It takes you about an hour and a half to get back if you're like...
Yeah.
So it's just easier to do it in the car. In England, I can get shopping from like... an hour away on the bus.
Yeah.
Get on the bus, get home, and there I am. I've done the shopping.
Yeah.
Or I could walk home, depending on if it's just 20 minutes down the road.
Like you say, we're so fortunate here with like the convenience stores kind of thing. I mean, they're more expensive, but if you just want something quick, then they're much handier kind of thing.
Exactly. It's like every takeaway round here is close, but only if you go in a car.
Yeah.
Like, it's close, like it's 5 minutes away by car, but if you walk there, it's about 20, 30 minutes away to walk, which, you know, doesn't seem that bad, but it is when you got to go the dodgy ways, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, have you down the green room yet? Yep, I've already got it. I've already got it, and I'm going to watch it at some point this week, so I can talk to you about what next time we talk. Because I saw it was up, and the first step was up. I was like, shit, I've got to download this. I've got to watch this, and I've got to talk to the Trender Man about it. And that's why I downloaded it, and I've got it, and I just need to watch it. Which probably means I might not watch it for about 10 years. But it's there, and I will try and watch it by the next time we talk.
Sometime this millennium.
Yes, sometime this millennium, hopefully. It'll probably be on a CD in my bloody coffin with me when I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a little portable DVD player, you know.
It's not a bad quality Tommen, actually. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, I got that. I got the Batman vs Superman one. Yeah, 3-hour cut. And when I saw Batman in the desert, in his Batman outfit with like this jacket on, I was like, oh no. I just can't believe it. Can you imagine Batman?
Is that like genuine thing? Are you messing with me?
No, I'm serious. He's in the desert, and he's got like this sandstorm desert place, and he's got like this jacket over the Batman gear.
Did you get lost in Mad Max country?
That's what it looks like. Maybe I've got it out of sense because I was skipping through it to look at the quality.
Oh, right, yeah.
But I was just like, what the hell is this? And 3 hours. The movie's 3 hours because it's the Ultimate Edition.
Ah, right, yeah.
3 hours.
That sounds like painful.
I was like, oh, I hate that these movies now, these superhero movies have to be over 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
You know, especially considering they end up with a lot of boring shit in them.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about
it, isn't it?
Yeah, nobody cares about the talking.
I'm sorry, how many times do we have to see that Batman's parents were killed? Or Superman's parents, you know? Oh, for goodness sakes, we get it.
It's like Spider-Man, isn't it? You're going to hear about Uncle Ben dying in the next one, probably. How many people have to play Uncle Ben and die?
Yeah.
You know, and all that with great power comes great responsibility. Oh, what should happen is as soon as Uncle Ben says that, you should go, with great power comes great responsibility. And when Peter looks at him, we should go like this. As he dies. You know, that'd be more fun, wouldn't it? And it'd be fresh.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like you said, there's so much filler in these like movies now that to spread it out to 3 hours. But I didn't know about the desert bit because I've not seen the movie and I'm not in any rush to see it, to be honest. So.
Oh, you won't till you know. I mean, I haven't seen the film, so I can't say much. But it just looked bad from what I looked through it, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's no way I'm going to buy the film.
No.
It's like, I'll just download it and watch it.
Oh. I was in Tesco earlier because I popped out because we got back from Amesbury and I popped out because I needed to go to Pets at Home to get a couple of bits and then I went on to Tesco's because I didn't have any fizzy or anything. I needed a couple of, bare minimum kind of basics. Anyway, I went down to the games aisle and I was just looking to see if there was anything cheap and stuff. And I was like, oh, they had WWE for 20 quid. I was like, oh, that's a bit more doable, because I was going to get it when it was 15, weren't I? I thought, $5 is not much more. Except then I realised it was the PS3 version. I was like, oh, okay. But I was tempted to get Doom for 30 quid, and I didn't. So.
Oh, but what happened to Doom looks like shit?
I don't like the idea of the mind. I like storytelling, but at the same time, sometimes it's nice to have something where you can just go blast the crap out of everything, isn't it? So.
I'm talking about games.
I don't mind getting it if it's cheap, but I'm not going to pay full price for it.
Let's talk about that big pile of shit, Lego Star Wars Force Awakens.
Yes! Oh my god!
Oh, do you know, I was looking forward to that game coming. I don't know what happened, but I've lost my Lego bug. You remember the Lego bug I was like, I've got to play every game.
All of them, yeah.
I was like, I'll play every single Lego game I can. So
Donna just recently got all the Harry Potter movie ones.
Oh, what, the Lego Harry Potter ones?
Yeah.
Did she like it?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Because the only thing I know about the Lego ones is actually platted one.
Right.
I think to prove to me that he could do it because he showed me. He showed me 100%ed a lot of them on Xbox.
Right. Yeah.
So I think he wanted to prove to me he could.
Yeah.
Because he sent me all the pictures. I've 100%ed these ones. I was like, okay. Okay, yeah, and I've 100%ed like 20 times more than you have, and yeah, you know,
but yeah, you got like all of them. I mean, you had all the Lego Dimensions and stuff as well.
I had Lego Dimensions, I had Lego the movie, I had Lego Marvel Heroes, Lego Avengers, I had some others, and it's just shocking because now I play the games, I'm like, this is shit.
Yeah,
I can't even focus on it because it's like an hour too long, you know.
Well, yeah, because Donna's playing it now, and she said, you know, each of the levels are like an hour long. Because she said, because apparently Roger has finished it already. So she said she couldn't believe it that he'd spent that much time playing it. You know, because you know it's amazing how quickly the time went. We've been playing
I can't believe he sat there and actually played the shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there I am. I put it on. Right, first time was with you, wasn't it? Because we share played.
Yeah. Well, right. I played the demo originally, and then
we share played the first level. And actually, let's talk about how someone spoiled it for me first. So I'm like, let's share play. So instead of letting me do it, Tash does to press the X button and start.
I didn't know I pressed it, to be honest.
Yeah, you did, because you pressed it like 50 times. So you know you did, right? So instead of it saving the mind, it saved somewhere, apparently, which it didn't save in a weird sense. So when it did mess up and we would try going back to it, it hadn't saved.
Oh, yeah, because your PlayStation, we couldn't share play, could we? No. And it glitched because it was saying that I was the lead player. It kicked us both, basically.
So we're doing that, and then it kicked us both. So what did you think of the first level?
Well, it's essentially Return of the Jedi, isn't it? So... I mean, the idea is that they're catching you up on the movies, and I'm like, I guess, but at the same time, like, we've already had Lego Star Wars for those movies, so why do we need a whole hour-long mission to recap? And it just dragged on. And there was a lot of times where you're just like, what the like, no idea what's going on.
I'll tell you what I found about it. I found it's more of a shooter game.
Yeah.
Well, those cover shooting bits are on every level.
Oh, really?
And they're so tedious. I mean, they're
That's not
bad.
what I think of when I think Lego, you know, cover shooter, you know.
Good evening, my friends. Happy early birthday, sweet lady. How did you know I was a lady?
Oh.
How did you know? Thank you. I'm very sweet, I know.
Thanks for making it, even though you've been working, so thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Just... You're awful.
What? I just had a moment where I just...
Curious what Donna thinks about, like, Star Wars compared to the other, because she's
be interesting. It'd be interesting to say, because my view
I don't like it becoming a cover shooter.
My view of it is that there's a lot of cover shooting in it, which is awful. There's a lot of flying in it where you have no idea what the hell you're doing.
Oh really? Yeah.
Right? Like that first one.
I don't like that level because it was on the demo where you're in the Millennium Falcon and you're going, or when we played it, you know, it's just.
I know all your secrets, Malcolm. I'm lost.
Flying sequences.
Flying sequences. So when it comes in, I get all.
When I think Lego, I think running around just smashing everything. You know.
See, I don't like the rebuild system either.
No, where you're like trying to select, like, and the controls on selecting either side is not very good.
No, because I feel like I'm doing that side, and then it builds on this side. And then I end up trying to do it vice versa and all this. And I just think the game is appallingly bad. I mean,
although we got 100% on the blocks, didn't we?
We did. And I got 100% on another one as well.
Oh, did you?
But the game, to me, I don't like it. I'm selling it because it's bad.
Right, yeah.
You must be talking Lego Star Wars. The flying is shit. It is shit.
Yeah.
It's utter shit. I can't.
But because you didn't like the driving in the Dimensions, was it? Or Jurassic World, was it? You said there was driving that you absolutely hated.
I hate the driving in every Lego game.
Yeah. I don't like that the controls are inverted. Like for me, if you press forward on the stick, you know, you go like one way, but it's the opposite kind of thing. And I was trying to, on the demo, I was trying to do the Millennium Falcon. I'm like, What the fuck? I nearly kept. I crashed into the ground a couple times, and there was so much going on that screen when we were going through in the.
Well, how are you supposed to even see where you're supposed to get the mini kits when you haven't got a chance to see anything?
Exactly, there was so much happening. Didn't I say the whole time we were playing on that level? I was like, too much on the screen, too much on the screen. What is happening?
And there's so much for you to actually look at, but it's just like, oh, missed the thing.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got to play it all over again.
So I'm selling it tomorrow. I'm getting rid of my copy. I'm not in the mood for it. It's just one of those games where I'm like, I'll rent it when all the stuff comes out in the season pass.
Yeah.
Because I bought the season pass edition. I wish I hadn't bothered now.
No.
What was the point in doing that? I was like, I love these games. Marvel Avengers was brilliant. I enjoyed it.
I've played Marvel Avengers with Donna, and I really enjoyed that. So I want to get a copy of it. Yeah.
Marvel Avengers is fun. It's brilliant. But this one, I feel like a monkey ate a banana and took a serious dump. Right?
I don't like it. It's sound clips as well from the movie.
And someone put it into a blender, right? Yeah. And made a milkshake out of it, and then fed everybody who's watching Star Wars. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it feels like. Because it's shit.
I do feel like it was rushed out to coincide with like the Blu-ray release of the movie and stuff. I know it's just after the release of the Blu-ray, but it feels like it was rushed out for that timing kind of thing.
See, I enjoyed Lego Dimensions. I thought Lego Dimensions was fun.
Yeah.
Because it had characters in it from other franchises. Talk about Lego Dimensions. They've got more stuff coming out, haven't they?
Oh, really? Oh.
E.T. What's that? Adventure Time?
Yeah. Oh, I love Adventure Time.
Mission Impossible.
Oh, really?
And some other things, which is great, because when that comes out, I'll be getting them.
Yeah. You know? That's good, because you still got the set and that, so that's great.
But $29 each for them's a bit, it was crazy, because it's, you know what I mean? But I enjoyed Dimensions. I thought Dimensions was fun. I enjoyed killing a wicked witch. I enjoyed doing all that. This game just feels like I'm going through the motions and nothing's happening. Yeah.
I think that's the problem when you play something like that that's so diverse, and then you go back, and like I said, so much of it is the shooting. Like going behind cover and that, and even like when you're not in cover, when you're not doing the cover system, you're just running around shooting, the stormtroopers and that. And I'm just so used to having just going around whacking things and everything. It's like, and I don't feel like because once upon a time, you'd hold down the button for aiming, and then you'd release, and it would shoot something or whatever. It doesn't do that now unless you're actually, for a purpose kind of thing. So I'm used to it being a weapon thing, and now I didn't find it was a weapon thing. I'm like,
okay. I think it's definitely easier to get True Jedi because you can get the ×4 stuff now from killing enemies.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier. But the game itself was just like, oh, no. And thank you, Donna, for bringing that up, because I forgot about that. The Goonies are being added to Lego Dimensions as well.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
How cool is that? You get to play with... Is it the Sloth? Is that his name?
No. Shit. I can't think of his name. But I know who you mean. Oh, my God. Oh, come on, Donna or Alex. You'll know it. I know who you mean. I can't think of his name. But they got one of the kids going to Comic-Con, haven't they? So I'll have to ask him.
I have to go.
What he thinks about being in Lego Dimensions. No, just like...
He might not actually be in it.
I know, can you imagine?
How do you feel about being in it? I'm not actually in it. I'm just... But, yeah, I like Lego Dimensions. I enjoyed that. I'm glad I'm going to get to play the rest, especially the Mission Impossible one.
But I just don't like the awful voice clips on Star Wars.
They are bad.
They're so echoey. Because they've obviously taken out the music. Edited the audios to take out the music and that. It sounds really bad because it's bizarrely echoey.
Roger says it's Sloth.
Sloth. Oh, it was Sloth. Okay, sorry. Hi, Roger.
Hi, Roger. Right. See, I'm always right.
Yeah. It's a man thing. Although we were joking today because when we saw the rats, they were all hiding asleep in this little pot, and we made a joke. We were like, "Ah, bloody men, you know, typical men asleep."
Oh, they're asleep, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The woman took the pot off them, and they'd all like run to where she put the pot. Yeah, it's like,
oh,
no,
seriously? How many were in there?
Oh, there must have been what, 8, I think.
Were there many other creatures there?
Oh, they have a good wide range there. They have like birds and fish and other rodents and stuff. So it's great. They have this whole room, like this circular room filled with like tanks, like on the walls. You know, like about 5 high kind of thing.
Yeah.
With all these different types of fish in, and we were having a good laugh, you know, looking at all the different ones. And it's so funny because there was somebody else in the room, and I was like, can you imagine what their thought is as we're making funny comments about all these different fish? My favourite one was when I went up to a tank and I was like, oh, what's that? And then I realised it was a pen mark done as a star, asterisk. I was like, oh, you knob.
So when you got the rat, right? How do they do it? They put it in a cardboard box with some padding or what?
Oh well, we took my cat carrier, so it was better.
And it didn't fall through.
No, it's a fully sealed, like box kind of thing. So.
Oh, okay. What would they normally do? Would they normally put it in a cardboard box?
They would normally put it in a cardboard box. So.
Okay. Because
it's nice because it meant we got to go off for a meal, you know. So
because fish normally put it in what do you call it, don't they? They don't put them in a plastic bag with water.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never really bought a pet from the pet store. My mum has. She bought cats.
Yeah.
And we were going to buy a tarantula at one point.
Oh really?
Yeah, but it never happened.
Yeah.
I can't remember why. Because we bought the tarantula cage thing, you know, the plastic box thing, and. Or glass box, whatever it was. I ended up
so you got all the
years later, I ended up falling on it and cutting my leg open, but that's a different story. We got it, and we never did get the treasure. I think my mum was scared of it or something.
Oh.
I'm kind of glad we didn't because I've never been a big spider fan.
No. What made you want to get it in the first place?
I think my mum wanted to get it to make me feel better.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we thought about getting a snake.
See, there's a whole Goonies section there just on its own. You know, it sounds like the kind of thing that would be in a Goonies. They're doing a new Goonies movie, aren't they, or something?
Yeah, with the old cast.
Yeah.
It sounds like crap to me. I mean, how are they going to do it? I mean, the sloth's going to have to be
their kids. Yeah.
The sloth's got to be at least what's his name? Got to be 60 years old now.
Yeah.
You know. I think it's going to be weird. I want Chunky, because Chunky's lost a lot of weight, isn't he? He's now bald.
Yeah.
I want Chunky to be living with the sloth and them to have been in a relationship. Because I always
Can you imagine this 40, 50-year-old guy trying to do the truffle shuffle, you know?
I always thought that film was really strange.
Yeah.
I always thought the relationship with the sloth was really strange.
Well, of course, as well, Anne Ramsey isn't around anymore, is she? So, you know, you're not going to have the evil bitch.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe it's going to be a completely different story.
Yeah.
The sloth has to be living with Chunky, though. It has to be.
It has to be, yeah, because
you know, because
that would be great. Can you imagine this awesome bromance kind of thing?
That would be great. You know, and he turns up and saves them and everything. You know, because when I was younger and I was going online, some really weird shit. They used to have these sloth videos where you used to have Chunky going, "Where's the bar?" And he had the song going, for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the bar would be going round. It was like real hypnotising. And she'll go, "Give me my sweet girl," and then she'll go ahead to it and then they'd kiss.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really
I dread to think the fanfics that exist regarding that movie, seriously.
What gets me is that boy was a kid. So why are people doing that?
I know, yeah. You know? It's like we were joking about the chill-out stars that are at comic conventions, you know.
Oh, you mean the ones you make? And in a soap, right, looking at like... I always feel like buying that picture and putting a disco ball in it.
You're mean.
It's one of those pictures where I just go, it's worth a $5 just to put a disco ball in it.
I only had that suit on because of the picture with the Oscar.
No,
So
you got that soap because you wanted to put it on because you thought, you know what, I act like I'm in an 80s movie taking my kid's sister, this little girl, to a really bad party because she was like this. And you were like this. It was such a great picture.
it's so bizarrely awkward.
Tash, who is going to this meal tomorrow? Well, we've actually had improvements. Alex is going.
Yeah.
James is going. And, you know, I would have been going, but I'm not available, sadly. And,
Yeah, he ignored my invite.
I did. I ignored it. But who's actually going?
As far as I know, because Jane phoned me earlier. I love this because I tried phoning her while I was with Donna. Because we were going to say about really that she needed to book a table at the Chalk Hill Blue, and I knew she hadn't even thought about that. So I tried phoning her and didn't get an answer. So I texted her, and she texted right back pretty much. Donna will verify because she was there with me. No, sorry, Donna texted her on my behalf because of eating and stuff, and I was like, it takes me ages to text.
Did this text say, hurry up and answer now, because we're both getting really pissed off with you right now.
Yeah.
So please answer back within the next 10 seconds, or I'm going to come down there, I'm going to kick your ass, and then we'll get answers from you. Was that in the text message?
That would be perfect.
And then at the end of it, and then at the end of it, did it have mwah, mwah, mwah?
Yeah, pretty much. No, it was just a quick. So anyway, she replied and went, "No, I hadn't, but I will later this evening." So anyway, Jane rings me. God, it must have been about 5 o'clock, I think, this evening. Not long after Donna left. After I got back from Tesco's, actually. Sorry, and she's like, "You phoned earlier?" I was like, "Yeah, before I texted you, and then you replied." She's like, "Oh yeah." So then she goes, "Oh well, I needed to call you anyway. About this meal." I'm like, "Oh God, here we go again." She's like, "Is it okay if my mum and dad come?"
Uh-oh.
Like, yeah, I know. Warning signs immediately. So she's like, well, I'm like, okay. So I'm like, oh no. She's like, I think it would be nice if they could come and celebrate. I'm like, okay. She's like, because I said, what about Donna? And she's like, oh well, yeah, Donna could come. I was like, so she's like, was there anybody else you'd like to come to bowling? And I'm like, well, anybody, kind of,
Hold on. Let me see this right? Anybody, right? So anybody could come. Anybody. All right, hold on. I'll call up. I'll get in the area and I'll contact some people who seriously you won't want there and get them to go. Look, there's a free.
I do realise I've just shot myself in the foot. Shit. But no, so she's like, well, do you know anybody that's free? I'm like, oh yeah, I have this huge list of people that I just, have like their schedules, to hand. So yeah, she's. I said, because it's getting people there and that. So I believe she's inviting Dan, but I don't know if Dan's going. So, but for the meal, as far as I know, apparently she's booked a table for 6. So that's what I got texted. To be honest, I think she's booked it a little early. I don't think it's going to give us much time to get there to the bowling and then back again.
What? When are you going to the bowling?
I'm not telling you that.
Oh, come on.
I'm not telling you that on the chat. I've already told that I'm going.
Look, you want people to turn up, then
This is when I get people going, oh my God, is you off YouTube? You know what? I've always been fascinated. Can you imagine if you just randomly got stopped? Bear in mind, I've only got like 160 subscribers. Can you imagine just randomly getting stopped? Like
Okay, don't tell me the time, but how long would there be between the bowling and the meal?
Well, I don't know for definite the time we're going bowling, because of course it depends on her friend, doesn't it? That she's spending time with. But it's going to be at least 3 hours. And it takes about half-hour to get to Basingstoke. Half-hour back.
I
know, in a way, there's plenty of time.
I asked because I wondered if you knew Elwyn was going. Tables at 7:30.
Ah, right, yeah.
So I know the time now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on Reddit. If anyone want to go to a free bowling party, there's the address at this time. Just ask for Tash.
So are you going, Donna?
Ooh.
Yeah, no, apparently. So it's the two Davids, Jane, Elwyn, and hopefully Donna.
The two Davids. Is that Elwyn's husband as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be kind of boring, isn't it?
No, if Donna's there.
Oh, this is the bit where Dog goes, nah, sorry, I can't make it.
I know.
Shit.
But quickly going back to the place with the animals, they have this little closed off section with like the parrots in, and you're like looking at them and you're waiting for one of them to reply. And it's so funny because Donna was trying out different names on them and seeing which name they would respond to, and she's like, "Oh, so you're that one, Jeffro or whatever."
Said I will let her know. Left diary in car.
Okay.
I've got a secret. I'm actually in England right now.
Yeah. That's a green screen back behind you.
It's a green screen. Yeah. I'm going to be at the bowling, but I'm going to be on a different one, lane. And I'm just going to I'm going to put on a fake beard.
Are you going to walk over and go, surprise, surprise?
I'm going to dress up as Adam Spyby. Right? And I'm going to come over and I'm going to go up to Elwyn. I'm going to go, hey, sexy, how you doing?
That'd be funny if this is the 1 week that Jane actually tuned in. Just seriously.
Oh, if she did right now, you'd be in a lot of trouble, wouldn't you? Hold on, let me just send her a message on Facebook. Tune into the chat.
Why aren't you tuning in for our chat?
Today we're talking about the Bible in the chat. Come and watch.
That would be one for her to share, wouldn't it?
Could you imagine if she just shared it without actually listening to it?
Oh my god.
The amount of times I've said shit tonight, it's been like 40 times.
I know, you're so much trouble. You're such a bad Christian.
Well,
you should have learned that by now by the amount of browbeating you get when you comment on one of her things.
You know what? That always makes me laugh when that happens.
Yeah.
Malk has always lived in England. Smiley face. He's just got an awesome green screen. I do, Alex. It's true.
Yes.
I'm always pretending. I'm secretly just down the road from everybody.
It's so good. It even reflects on his TV. I mean, that's detail right there.
That is detail. But I swear, if somebody actually wanted, they could do that.
Yeah.
Because all they'd have to do is record it once, and they could have it. Look,
yeah.
I'm reflected in the back. You can see the back of my head.
Yeah. Maybe that's a real TV, and then the rest of it is.
And the rest of it's green screen.
Or maybe you've just got a backdrop, you've made up this 2-wall background to make it look like you. Can you imagine you're a little set, like a corner bit?
But imagine if that was true. Imagine how creepy that would be.
I know.
Right? The fact that someone would go all that way to do that would be one of the creepiest things possible. Well, hopefully, if Donna makes it, you'll have some fun.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll have fun with the others anyway. I'm just joking, but
you just want an exciting birthday, don't you? I'm telling you, I'm going to book a stripper and get them to go there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go, hey, it's the one over there.
Well, God knows, the rest of the day I'm just going to be sat doing nothing. So, but I booked my Saturday entry for Comic-Con, so. I'm definitely going both days now. So,
and in 2 weeks, Ollie, I'm meeting 4 more people. This one cost £80, but I'm still meeting him because he's incredible. Yeah, and I'm going to meet this one who's £20, and I'm going to meet this one who's 180. I wonder if there'll be anyone bigger than Jeremy Renner there.
Yeah. I need to write down my list, to be honest. what ones I want autographs. Because the thing is I'm not going to get autographs with everybody I'm getting photo shoots with. In the same way that I'm getting autographs with some people that I'm not getting photo shoots with, kind of thing. So either because I've gotten Jason David Frank, I got a photo shoot with last year, didn't I? And he's there again this year, so I'm going to get an autograph with him from him. So
I'm surprised he's there again.
Yeah, I know, right? He must have enjoyed it.
It's probably easy money for him. He is the most popular Ranger, after all.
Yeah. He was in so many. I mean, other than Billy, he was in so many of the different series in that, wasn't he?
And let's be honest, growing up in my generation, anyway, it was like the White Ranger was the best Ranger in the world. I love the White Ranger. To this day, I still do. Donna says back in 5.
Okay.
I always loved the White Ranger. I loved the Green Ranger when he was evil, and then I loved it when he turned white.
Yeah, I loved it when he was evil and then when he got good.
And I loved when his saber sword thing used to go, ah.
I just loved the idea of playing the flute, for the dragon.
I always thought it was funny. It's so cheesy now, though, isn't it?
I know, it's great. It's like...
I mean, they've got, I think it's Mega Dino Thunder now.
Really?
Yeah,
they had Dino Thunder, and now they got Mega Dino Thunder.
I think it's Mega Dino Thunder. I can't remember, to be honest.
It's amazing because at some point, because it used to be, all the seasons were connected, like within the Mighty Morphin, and then they decided to do this whole each season will be its own separate story and get different.
Not true. That's not true exactly, because Zeo and another one had Tommy in.
Yeah, that's what I never got. Because as well, they did the crossover episodes, didn't they?
I always thought there's one. I think it's in a Samurai, where they're running and they go, oh, there's Mighty Morphin, there's Zeo, there's this one. Oh, and they're up in there. It's one of the most weird things to see, because when they go like, they're all going, and it's like, why would they do the motions if they're just standing up there on the edge?
Yeah.
Right? It just seemed really weird to me. And because they have this massive 20th anniversary episode, didn't they? Where I think it was 20th or 25th.
They had so many different
where they had all the Power Rangers fighting together.
Yeah.
Now, why couldn't that have been the end of the whole show?
Yeah.
And the shows are exactly the same.
Well, I always laugh because I was always I just always remember trying to figure out if you could tell where the American bits were and when it changed to the Japanese clips,
Because the Yellow Ranger is dead, isn't she?
Oh, is she?
Yeah, the original Yellow Ranger died.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, actually, I think I did hear that. Yeah. Trini, wasn't it?
Yeah, Trini. Yeah. She died.
Yeah.
My favourite Rangers were always Tommy.
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
And Kimberly. And I always
wanted... you might be a Kimberly guy. Yeah.
And I always wanted them all to get on. I always wanted them to get on. And I always wanted Jason to beat up Tommy. Because there is an actual episode in the later seasons where Jason is evil and Tommy has to fight.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Years later. But Jason's this big chubby guy then.
Oh, really?
It's the same guy, but he's chubby,
Yeah, he's chubby, yeah.
Which is amazing.
I always hated how Jason got dumped because they got rid of the actors, didn't they? Was it Zach and Jason?
I always hated that they changed the cast so much.
Yeah. Because especially when you had your favourites, it's like, oh, they're going to be gone now.
I mean, I want to get the box set, Mighty Morphin.
I just thought it was sad. The guy who played Billy... that because the producer found out he was gay, he got really badly bullied in that. And he had to leave in the end. Yeah.
Oh.
And he got really badly bullied, apparently. And I didn't realise this was a thing. And then, because I said, when I met him, I said, I'm so glad, you got things sorted, kind of thing.
You know what? I know someone went through that as well.
Yeah.
Alex goes through it quite often.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He came out as gay not too long ago, and he's been bullied lately because of it at work.
He stepped out of his uni closet, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's been trouble for him ever since.
He got locked in there for a while.
So I can understand exactly where I'm going tomorrow night, sweet. Nice.
Yay!
Hey, that's good news.
Oh, that's awesome.
You'll have to get pictures.
Yes. That sounds
So,
way pervier than I think you mean it to.
no, it can be as pervy as it likes, as long as I see the pictures.
Oh, I got some good news for you. Not
Oh, what's
pervy
that?
news. I think I'm officially done with The Division, seriously.
Oh, why?
Well, because I've completed it, and it's now saying I'm missing 2 echoes. Fuck off. I have put, 100 hours into that fucking game now.
Have you looked? Have you looked everywhere though?
Yes,
Because
and
remember,
I'm following a guide now. I'm following a guide, and I've got one more bit of the guide to watch, because nothing's showing up, and I've gone through the guide that I'm watching is in 2 halves. I've watched 1 half for definite, and I'm about a third of the way into the second part of the guide. So I'm going to finish following that to get go everywhere, and if it's definitely not turning up, then that's it. I'm done. Because there is no way I'm playing that game again. Because to play that a second time, and now it's saying I'm missing 2 of them, that's taking the piss.
No, we know why I gave up.
Well, yeah. I don't like the idea of giving up on something just because of that, but at least then I know it's definitely out of my control.
Last Avenger says hello, hello.
Oh, hello, Last Avenger. Luke.
Luke, I am your father. I did it for John because John wasn't there, so I did.
Yeah, you had to.
You know, The Division. I'll be honest with you, it's a shit game. Here you go with the shit again. It's a shit game, and
We've talked about nothing but shite games tonight. Seriously,
and it's awful. And I can't. To be honest with you, I don't see why you bother with it.
No.
Just remember the elites, all right? Just remember the elite.
I know, I was like, I'm going to take this down to trading. Oh, wait, I kind of mentioned that I would try. And then I'm like, no, why should he get the platinum if I can't have it? And then
You offered. I didn't ask.
You know what, that thought went through my head. As you've got me in mind, I was getting really pissed off with the game at this point. And I'm like, I want to get rid of this game. And then I'm like I say, it's because it's out of my control. I have worked so hard to play all that on my own and stuff. And then, I mean, you know what it's like. I mean, when we played it together, you know, and then to go through all that on my own and literally pick up so much, you know, do all the side missions, all the encounters. I've picked up so much else in it. And then I'm just like, so then I got to this point, I was like, I'm going to trade this game in. I was like, oh, I said I did do that for him. And then, like I say, I was just like, well, you know, I got that point where I was like, I'm not going to get the platinum. Why should he have it? You know, kind of thing. So I was like, at least I worked on the elite.
So, well, you know, you offered. I didn't ask. You offered, so.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just saying, you can imagine the thoughts going through my head as I was getting pissed off with this game.
Well, you know, it just shows you offered too soon, didn't you?
Yeah.
If you'd have got, what's that? Will you two be picking up the PlayStation VR when it comes out in October? Any interest?
Well, I was saying that they're hopefully having the VR at Comic-Con at the end of July. So I'm hoping to try it out to even see if it's feasible for somebody with my eyesight problems. So
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what happens. I want to see if it affects people, makes them ill or something.
Yeah.
Because I think it's too early to tell if it's any good.
Yeah.
You know, it might be one of those things that gives you sickness. It could affect your eyes more in the future. I'd rather wait a year or two and see the actual real reviews, not the early reviews, but the real ones. You know, plus I think there's nothing like gaming with a controller. Then, you know, I like looking at a TV. I like being able to stop. I don't like the idea of having something squatted on my head. Yeah.
No, exactly.
And what happens if somebody comes in and you're busy and like the doorbell rings? You're going to run up the stairs.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have to have the headphones. I mean, I think the headphones are built in on the PlayStation one, aren't they? So can you imagine completely oblivious? So then, I know my luck. I would fall over. I would have a serious accident in the space. So.
Exactly. You know. Plus, you never know. You know, I'm going to wait. I'm interested in it. I'm sure you are, but it's one of those things I'm going to wait and say. Because I think the price tag for it's a bit excessive anyway.
It's a lot of money. I mean, the PlayStation one is the cheapest one. But I mean, I'm surprised how much they're charging for the Oculus, considering that's been in the mainstream, you know, like for beta testing and stuff. I'm surprised how expensive that one's going for. The Steam one, the Vive looks good. I would love to check out the Portal experience. But but they said now that they're is it the Oculus? They're opening up for like third party, because originally they weren't going to let like the games spread across the different versions of VR, and I think they had like a block or something in the Oculus, and I think they've unlocked that now, so it's going to be able to like fluidly spread amongst the different VRs, which who I said was saying about it was like, if they want to promote VR, then that's the best way to do it, because then otherwise you're screwed, because if you've got to pay if there's a certain game you want to get and you have to pay like £600-700 for a new headset, then that's a bit excessive.
Me personally, like Donna just said, Donna just put VR. My parents told me for years to sit back from the telly or have bad eyes, and then they want to put the telly on your face, and that's exactly what I was.
That's what we said. Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to sit on the floor right behind the telly, right, and my nan would say to me, "Move, or you're going to go blind." Right.
Yeah.
And now they want to shove it all on your face. It's like, I never forget. Do you remember, what is that thing called? I think it was Alex. Alex said ages ago about the iPhone, remember? And you put it in that clubble thing and you put it in your face.
Oh, yeah, the Google card.
That's it.
Yeah.
And to me, that's ridiculous. So not just with fingers and all, The one thing I'm curious about is how you watch porn on it.
I like what they've been showing for the Japanese markets, where they've been making out these VR toys that you can do stuff with while you've got the.
That's what I want to know. Not because I want to experience it, but I just want to see how that works. Because is it going to be one of those things where you're just watching something and technically it's on your face instead of on the TV?
I think it's fascinating. There's obviously people, the people that can't get out at all. These kind of experiences, with like the landscapes and stuff. They're an interesting thing. But then at the same time, it's not making you feel the air, if you know what I mean. It's not like, if you're like in one of those forests, they're not making you feel the cool breeze, or, it's amazing how much audio can make you feel those things. Like if you feel like the breeze, like hear the breeze go past your ear, it can trigger that initial like shiver in you or something. It's good. I think it would be a great idea for people like that. But, I really want to try. I will try it. I will be endeavouring to check it out at Comic-Con. And I'm hoping to it'll be nice to maybe do a video log or something while I'm there, to maybe just show off some of the stuff that they're showing. I really don't know it's really difficult sometimes, because I've seen that they've had some games. Although sometimes, I think one year and Don and Roger were there, and they checked out the gaming bus or whatever it was they had there, and they said they were only playing like, was it Halo and something, like they had really restricted games. Now they're saying that it's going to be much bigger at this year's event, but sometimes you find that they're really difficult to get to the consoles.
I think it's going to be bigger now because it's getting more like American Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner shows that, if you think about it.
Yeah, but then Jeremy Renner's like the biggest name they've got there this year.
Which is a bit shit.
Last year they had humongous names.
It depends on how you see it, to be honest. You could say
I guess it's all personal. Yeah, you could say Judge Reinhold is a big name or whatever. But
you could say
Rutger Hauer for me is a big name. But
you could say Michael J. Fox is a has-been now. Right?
Yeah.
Not that people in our generation can see that, but young kids will.
No, but I completely. It's all down to personal preference. But like I say, for me, Rutger Hauer's a big name. But then, as we've said before, a lot of the people that go sometimes are the older stars that are not doing much else, if you know what I mean. So
Luke asks, "What do you think of Resident Evil 7? Have you played the demo yet?"
Yes, the beginning hour that I managed to clear in 2 minutes. Though apparently, I saw something where they were saying they think something might unlock soon. Because apparently there's something, I didn't find it, but something about a severed finger. And a lot of people have been theorizing about it. And apparently Capcom released something saying, about, the path is blocked at the moment or something, but be patient. So people are thinking that maybe something will unlock in the demo. So maybe that's why it's called beginning hour, that it's going to extend. I don't know.
Still sounds terrible, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people might not hear that and might end up just leaving it.
I deleted the demo. I played it through like twice, you know, to do different things. To check that as well, that what I'd done, because it seemed really quick when the guy caught me. And I was like, oh, maybe I've not done it quick enough or something. You know, maybe I need to rush through this bit. And then I did it again, and the guy caught me at exactly the same point. I was like, oh, okay. But, and what did you think? I'll say my thoughts on that. What did you think?
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, have you not?
I've had it downloaded since the day I saw it on the E3.
Yeah.
But I haven't played it yet. Because to be honest with you, I remember the days where I used to play demos all the time. I remember I'd play a demo and I'd go, this demo is great. Play it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Now I feel like playing a demo is tedious because I just want to play the game. You know,
well, now you find as well that demos aren't always they're completely different to what's actually in the actual game.
I think the problem is now that I can just afford them to buy a game, and I'm not a kid begging my parents to buy me a game.
Yeah.
I just want to go out.
You're
and
not
buy
living off that demo.
Yeah, I'm not living off the demo anymore, am I? So
no.
I don't know. I'll probably play at some point, but it's one of those games where if I play it, I want to play it on the actual game, so I don't feel like I'm rehashing the same thing again.
Yeah.
Now, what's the point if it's 3 minutes long? What's this? One of the games I'm looking most forward to is Zelda Breath of the Wild. The graphics look amazing.
It does look amazing. I'm not a Zelda fan, so I don't have a Wii U. So. But it's very open world now.
What again?
They've totally opened up Hyrule. It's great that it's great to going back to Hyrule, but yeah, it's completely opened up.
What is it with all these open world games now? It makes games boring. I want linear games.
It's going to be interesting to see how Sniper Elite works with such a big open
that's
world.
Not an open world at all, isn't it? I just hope we can co-op it still.
Mm.
If I can't co-op it, I'm not buying it.
No, exactly.
Because I need to co-op the game, because that's one of
we can't play that on our own. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we can play it on our own, but we don't want to, do we?
We don't want to. No, exactly.
Oh.
No, Resident Evil 6, I mean, it looks beautiful visually, you know, graphically. Again, the people, I mean, it's sad when you think how far motion capture's come. The graphics on the humans doesn't look all that good. But it was a nice setting. But I do, you know, I said this before. I feel it's definitely learned a lot from, taken a lot from PT. And definitely Outlast. It felt, because I saw it originally, like you say, at E3, and then PewDiePie played the demo, and I was like, ooh, because then I went looking for the demo. But yeah, I don't like the fact that it feels a lot like Outlast. I mean, the fact that you have the whole flashlight and stuff like that. I went a different way to where PewDiePie went. Like I said, I went up the stairs. It was interesting that there were different routes. You know, like there's quite a lot to look through if you figure out, you know, different things to find in that. But I do feel for something that's called beginning hour, and then it doesn't even last an hour. I was just like, And I do worry as well. One, I don't like that it's being in first person, because I do feel like it's them copying all the other. Because Resident Evil has always stood separate from other games, you know, because of it doing the third person thing. I know that they say, oh, first person is more immersive, but I just always enjoyed the third person.
Yeah, I like the third person more. I like it more because I feel I've got more control of the character.
Yeah. I mean, some games it works. I can't imagine playing Alien Isolation in third person at all. But you know, I'm intrigued, but at the moment I'm not blown away, because I feel a lot of people
saying it's only first person for the actual demo.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And again, like we said, that's what I don't like as well, when games aren't always indicative of the final product. Because it's like, what's the point of having a demo then if it's just like something to mislead you?
Yeah, that's a good point. We've got a few comments here.
Yeah.
What's the point if it's 3 minutes long? How many times have girls asked you that, Milk? I could come out with a real sexist male answer, but I'm going to just leave it to the imagination when I say this. When I say this, 3 minutes is it can be a very long time. All right? It can be. All right.
Yeah.
You know, it can be a long time. Oh, dear. See?
Good one, Donna.
Well, yeah, it was a good one, actually. What do you think of the new Spider-Man game so far, Malcolm? The costume puts me off a bit. I don't like the big white spider logo.
Yeah, I don't like the big white spider.
You know what? I saw it because I watched the whole of E3, didn't I? I watched it all.
Yeah.
And, well, I watched the big chunk of it. I probably missed some bits of it, to be fair. But I watched maybe 75 to 90% of it. And I do think I prefer the black logo. I prefer black logo on Spider-Man. You know? But the game, to me, looks really, really good.
I will say, the game looks freaking amazing. But I don't like the big white spider.
When I watched the trailer for it, I was like, shit, it's going through glass. And he's doing that twirl and everything. It was just so amazing. And I was
feels like it's finally going to put that fluidity into the character, you know.
I mean, all the Spider-Man games before, they've been fun, they've been good, but they've never had that complete fluid Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They've always been kind of a little bit off, you know?
Yeah.
A little bit, you know, slow, a little bit crap. I mean, Amazing Spider-Man 2, I really enjoyed playing, but it was very tedious.
Yeah.
Just like the first one was.
Yeah.
You know, I played every Spider-Man game, I think.
Yeah.
Even on the Game Boy.
I'm still stuck on the sodding Kingpin bit on my Spider-Man game, the PS3 game. So.
Ah, shame I went to PS4. I was PS2. PS4, otherwise I could have done it.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I need to go back to it, to be honest, but yeah, I got stuck on the Kingpin fight, and I haven't been able to get past it. So I gave up after about 500 attempts, and haven't gone back to it since.
All it involves is jumping.
Huh?
You just got to jump out the way.
No, anyway. But no, the new game looks amazing, but I don't like the big white spider, because I find it quite distracting.
I'm so used to the black one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It looks like it's glitched out, the white one.
Well, that's another thing in the Star Wars game, right?
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker, right, in that first bit, on mine, he was turned into a complete black Lego piece. When I was playing it, it was a glitch. It made
really?
Black.
Yeah, it just completely blacked out, kind of. Yeah.
And then it'd go black again. It'd pop out again, then black. I was like, oh, what is he? Darth Vader? Is he Darth Vader's son or something? You know what I mean? I was like, it's going back and forth.
Becoming ninja. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was all I was going to say about that bit.
Yeah. Is there any more? What have I told you about? Put it in milk.
And basically what Don said to me was this. Bullying involves getting hugs and kisses, right? And it means that you're a very good person, you see?
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah. So, let's ask you this. What's the next game you're thinking about picking up that's from E3?
There's some, like, I mean, for me, free. Like I said, I mean, I have Ghost Recon Wildlands pre-ordered. That's not out till next year, which sucks. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided is coming out in August, so I guess that might be the next one. And then South Park Fractured Butthole is
Fractured what?
December. The Fractured Butthole.
I've got I can never say it right, can I? Ex Machine. What is it called?
Deus Ex. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
Deus
that
Ex
on.
Mankind Divided.
Yeah, I've got that on pre-order as well.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be my next one. I was going to get Gears of War 4, but I've chosen not to now.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks for me with not having a Xbox, because I mean, I was fascinated when they showed the teaser at last year's E3. but I wasn't that blown away, you know. I was like, yay! But then I'm like, it's been so long since.
You should get an Xbox One, but you should get it once there's lots of games you actually want to play on it.
Yeah, there's really not that
Because
much.
the problem is, if you've got a PlayStation, as I know from experience on this,
Yeah,
you don't have any other games to really play for because they're almost all on the thing other than Halo and Gears of War. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, there's some others, but I mean, they're not games that are substantial enough for you to go, oh, you know
exactly.
what? I'll just get an Xbox One for that. And I'll be right back.
As far as I know, I'm dead right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
There he goes again. Leaving me all alone. I am incapable of presenting on my own, people. So please ask something. So my question, Luke, are you interested in the VR? And what one would you be interested in getting? But no, I completely agree with you, Donna, about, you know, strapping TVs to your eyeballs. That's why I'm a bit dubious. But I don't like that idea of, I can imagine it making me feel very claustrophobic as well, trapped in some, you know, kind of headphones and goggles kind of thing. Can you imagine Mulder if I'm stood there doing all these actions? He'd be jumping up at me and scaring the shit out of me. New season of Dark Matter started tonight. I hope my Skybox taped it. Be interesting to see how that's, if the second season of that's as good as the first season. Because I like the first season. Because it's done by a couple of the guys that worked on Stargate. So be interested to see if it's any good, if they can keep the tension going as well as the first season, because it involved this huge like mystery, and now some of that mystery is gone. So it'd be interesting to see where they go with it. So I was just saying, Dark Matter season 2 started tonight, and I'm curious to see, because the thing that drove season 1 was this huge mystery, and part of that mystery was revealed in the final episode of season 1. I'm curious to see how well season 2 will do. You know, like we were saying about it's keeping that momentum going, kind of thing. So,
well, you know, Donna watched Dark Man. She really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'll have to tell her season 2 is on.
Yeah, I don't know if and when it was on in America, but it started here tonight. So
it might be a couple of weeks from now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's weird that shows have different starting times in different places.
Well, I mean, we said this because we met, me and Donna met somebody out of Defiance, and we were saying how far behind that sci-fi in the UK is so far behind the States. We were trying to figure out, you know, why it takes them so long to show, you know, across borders kind of thing. But I know Haven wasn't that far behind in America, I don't think. So I am fascinated. I would like to find out how far behind we are with Dark Matter.
It's weird because in the world we live in now,
everything's so instant, like on the internet.
It should be simultaneously, really, like the next day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, what's the point when you can get digital movies now on digital drives at the cinema? Why does it have to be another 6 months before, like, England gets service in America?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and then they lose tickets because people download the torrents because it's already out on disc.
Yeah, but you know, that's like scare the rat holder, don't I? But you know, this is what I was frustrated with the X-Files was, you would think if Fox was showing it in America, why didn't it logically, you know, why didn't it automatically go to Fox UK? But no, they had to have a bidding war on it. It's like, but surely if it's Fox's property, it should automatically go to them. But no, they have to bid over it.
Well, it's like AMC have their own channel in England now.
Yeah.
You know, to me, that's weird.
Yeah. But it's only on BT. That's the annoying thing.
Oh, is it?
It's only available if you have BT, BT TV.
Yeah, I hate that because surely that loses a lot of your audience. Like, if I'm in England and I can't watch The Walking Dead because it's only for BT people.
Yeah.
Like Fear the Walking Dead. What am I going to do? I'm going to download that, aren't I?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing, because I wanted to watch Fear the Walking Dead. And I mean, now you can pick it up on DVD Blu-ray. But, Yeah, I was like, and they were like, only if you have BT, satellite or cable kind of thing. And I'm like, that's stupid, because why would you, especially if you're with a certain provider already, why would you change just for one TV show that you can then pick up on DVD, Blu-ray when it's released, or download, torrent and stuff?
Fear the Walking Dead is terrible, though.
Yeah, you didn't get into it, did you?
The last episode's not too bad, but the rest of it's just,
Yeah.
I haven't even bothered watching season 2.
Have you not? No.
No. Well, I can't, because even though it's on TV, I've missed most of it, so...
Right, yeah. Oh, new friend not playing with you? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he's only interested in Shadow.
I like that
It's so funny. Sorry, yeah.
I said, when you said that, Mom looked round at you like this.
Actually, Shadow might be out the front meowing. That might be what he's got a problem with.
Oh, okay.
It was so funny earlier because Shadow was like sniffing up and rubbing up against the rat cage, and the rat was just like, hello. I was like, oh my god. I'm scary. I'm worth biting. But Shadow, she's absolutely fine.
It's just weird how they do that, isn't it?
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, my box recorded Dark Matter.
Yay!
And Fear the Walking Dead is now on Amazon Prime. Yeah, you know what? A lot of people watch Amazon Prime, but unless you're thinking, I think you can do the streaming service on its own now.
Oh, really?
I think you can, but...
Can you pay, like, per episode kind of thing?
No, I think you can actually pay, like, I think you can pay $10 a month or something.
Oh, really?
Which isn't too bad, but up for Netflix.
Yeah.
Because when I had Amazon Prime, I never, ever, ever watched the video stuff.
Yeah.
But, I don't know how good it is.
It's a lot of money. £80 a year is a lot of money. And, I mean, if you're buying packages regularly, then that's good. That's fine and that. But to be honest, I don't mind waiting an extra couple of days, to be honest, for free postage.
Well, it used to be £49. Yeah,
that's a huge... I know it's because you get the videos and that now, but...
Yeah, but still, you used to get that with the video.
Yeah, exactly.
I've saw bullshit, if you ask me.
Yeah, but it's like we were saying today about Comic-Con, Donna, I said to Donna that the entry is 20 quid. She was like, what happened to when it was £12? I said, exactly.
What happened to when it was 6 quid?
Yeah. The thing is with popularity, they put the prices up to extort you kind of thing, so...
Well, next year I'm going to Comic-Con as Kratos.
That would be brilliant.
I can't
wait to see that, yeah.
I told Donna about it, and she went, are you serious? And I went, yes.
That would be brilliant.
I'm going to get all my pictures taken dressed up as Kratos.
You should do the... Yeah, sorry.
Go on.
You get your head shaved.
Get the head shaved, have the beard
Grow
down,
your beard out, yeah.
Just do it,
Do the Rob on PlayStation Access. Did you see that featurette where he was doing his cosplay? His Kratos cosplay.
Oh,
And he didn't have, like, put white paint on, but he put the red marks on kind of thing.
That was awful. I'd look better than that.
I know, you would look much better, but it was so funny. It was the way he drew on some abs as well was hilarious.
I like the bit where he actually shows he's got flab.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, oh.
The episodes are free on Prime, not extra like a lot of other stuff.
Oh.
It's free, but you still have to pay for it, technically.
But you still have to pay, yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad
deal.
Because
I want to check out Man in the High Tower. High Castle, sorry, but I haven't seen it yet because obviously it's only on Amazon Prime. So I want to try and pick it up on DVD if it's available. So.
I want to pick up the Daredevil series when it comes out on Blu-ray. There's a still book
coming
out.
Daredevil's awesome. I love all Daredevil.
It's a still book.
I haven't seen season 2 yet though. Huh?
It's a still book of it coming out.
Oh really?
Yeah. I'll show you. Hold on. It's a Zavvi exclusive one.
Yeah. It was amazing, but I know I said at the time that I was watching it, I just got fed up. Each episode was him getting knocked down, being passed out for a while, and then just randomly getting back up again, and it was literally tub thumping, the show.
Sounds like most of the people that live in Hell's Kitchen.
But that's all it was. It was just him getting knocked down, and then in the last 10 minutes, he would find his strength to fight the big bad. I'm like, oh my god! But it was fascinatingly shot. I found the cinematography really good. I really want to watch season 2. I want to check out Jessica Jones as well. But like I say, I've not been on Netflix, so I'm hoping now I've got like a lull in the TV guide kind of thing, that I can get back to watching some stuff on. Especially now, I'm not going to be playing the shitty Division because I've been putting so many hours into playing that.
So yeah, I can't believe you played it again. I really can't. I want to be
I thought it was guaranteed I was going to get that trophy, and the fact that I've been cut short, even further short than I was on my first playthrough, is just an absolute kick to the lady bits. Nice.
How nice is that, huh?
That's epic. That's very Sin City, though. That's epic.
Very. The other cover. Let me see if I can get it up on.
Is that the steelbook version?
Yeah, the other cover, if I can show it, I think looks pretty crap. I'll show you.
Is this on Zap? That's on Zavi.
Yeah, it's only a £4 difference to get the steelbook than the normal one. But I don't like this normal one. It's very basic.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. It's pretty crap, isn't it?
That's really boring. Yeah. I mean, that's just the basic. That's the bloody last. That's the last shot of the credits. You know, the opening title sequence.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the picture because it shows all this flowing like fabric blood, to give the idea, I guess, of his radar senses. But then it builds up to his body at the end, and that is the shot at the end. But what I hate about that picture is the fact that it's so small, like just above the Daredevil logo. Why can't it have been bigger on that? Why have you got so much space above him?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's really bad composition, and look at all the space at the bottom as well.
To me, it makes it look like he's more of a mutant than what he is. He looks like somebody from X-Men.
Yeah, I just don't get why there's so much space at the bottom. That's really badly laid out. Somebody got paid to do that.
Definitely. Man in the High Tower. I couldn't watch past episode 1, and Roger couldn't watch past episode 2.
Yeah, I know. I want to check it out. It's by Frank Spotnitz that worked on the X-Files. Now, I didn't like his series Hunted, so I know he's not that always perfect, but Man in the High Castle does look good. So I want to at least check out at least one episode.
Anything to do with X-Files. Hell, let me ask you this. If somebody from X-Files made that... Hold on. I'm asking this question. Hold on.
Okay.
I've got a question for you, right? So if somebody from the X-Files who was a big producer decided to make a porn movie, would you go and watch the porn movie?
No, but... all I'm saying, it's not because of their because they're from the X-Files. They could have been from, if you know their work. Like, I checked out Breaking Bad because I knew Vince Gilligan was an amazing writer, so I checked that out because of that. Now, I know Frank Spotnitz is a really good writer.
Yeah.
So, he and, I cannot remember, Melissa George? I think her name is?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, they were
The Hunted. I remember The Hunted.
Hunted. Yeah, they premiered it like the opening scene or the episode or whatever. And I watched it and it was awful because I was in the front row at the convention, but I couldn't read the subtitles because of course it was all like they were talking in this foreign language and that, and I'm like, I have no idea what's being said. And I'm sat watching it and it was so slow paced. And normally I don't mind. I like stuff slow paced when there's a reason for it to be, I've said about The Walking Dead, people were like, oh, this bit's boring because it was too slow. And I'm like, sometimes you need that slow bit to build up to the bigger bits, So it wasn't even that it was slow paced, but I just found it so boring. So it started on BBC and I taped it and I tried checking it out, being able to actually see it and that. And I was just like, no. So The Hunted didn't work for me at all. But I've seen enough of the trailers of Man in High Castle that has made me interested enough to want to check out at least the first episode.
I watched a bit of The Hunted because I was really looking forward to it because I like Melissa George.
Yeah.
And I thought it sucked. I really did. I was really disappointed because I was expecting something like Alias.
Yeah.
And but maybe better.
Right, yeah.
And it didn't deliver at all.
No.
You know,
I didn't feel she was that good as well. She was quite wooden in it. I was
but
just
she
like,
was actually in season 3 of Alias.
oh really? Yeah, I think I heard that, but yeah.
But she plays the wife who I think was supposed to be dead or something. Is it Michael Vartan?
Yeah.
You know, I still think the ending of Alias, the 5th season, sucks.
I haven't seen all of
My
them.
my 3 favourite words today: sucks, shit, and bullshit.
Oh, we've had for talking about everything. It'd be nice if we talked about something that was amazing, and I'm trying to think of something. But everything we've talked about.
I've got it. The amazing thing we can talk about is my face.
My birthday.
Your birthday.
Yeah.
We can talk about my face and your birthday. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I don't know. I think the problem is with shows.
I think we're getting cynical with age, to be honest.
I definitely think I am. I mean, there was a time I could watch shows for hours on end. Now I just sit there going, "Oh, this is the same thing." You know, like, you know, I can watch The Sopranos and I can enjoy it because it's very different.
Yeah.
You know, there's stories going along and someone's going to get killed and stuff. And it's very, very realistic in the way they talk.
Yeah.
But if I watch something, same with Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
But if I watch something like, I don't know, The L Word, right?
Right, yeah.
Which at one point I watched the first 4 seasons of.
Of course you did.
You know, for reasons that it's
so many, nothing to do with all the women snogging each other.
This is coming from the same guy who watched Queer as Folk as well. Right?
Yeah, Queer as Folk was awesome. I liked Queer as Folk.
I've never watched the American version.
I've not seen the American version.
But I watched it when I was a kid, and I remember my mum saying to me, "You're gay, aren't you?" I was like, "No, yes, you are." No, I'm not. But I watched it because I enjoyed it because it was gripping television for me as a kid.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting drama. I mean, it wasn't something as well as somebody because, like I say, my parents absolutely. If they had a gay character on like one of the soaps that they watched and stuff, and it was like kissing involved, they were like, "Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting." So for me to then watch to watch Queer as Folk, and it was really good drama, not as cheesy as like on the soaps, and you know, like awkward like on the soaps, because it was always forced on the soaps, wasn't it? Because it was like, look, we're trying to be current and stuff, whereas Queer as Folk was just being itself, if you know what I mean. So,
I've never had a thing against men kissing because it doesn't bother me, you know?
No, yeah.
I'm not a homophobic person by any means.
No.
I don't care. You know, I don't care if 2 men kiss or 2 women kiss. As far as I'm concerned, it's normal day-to-day life, you know? If I'm kissing my wife, why can't they kiss their partner? It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't bother me. So I can watch shows like that and just go, oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember
That's what made me laugh when Simon from Group was like, "You watch Queer as Folk?" I was like, "Yeah."
I remember the 2nd season and watching that guy sniff the drugs and die. I remember how shocking I was at that. That shocked me silly.
Yeah.
You know, the bit where he does it and he dies.
Yeah.
It shocked me. The guy just walks out and leaves him. It's like,
just leaves it. Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, I used to watch these shows, but the L Word's very similar. It's about women want to be with women and let's have sex and all this, and it's very samey.
Yeah.
You know, until it goes to later seasons, then it becomes more of melodramatic. Oh, you know, she's on me with her. I love her, but she's with her, and you know, it kind of ruined it. You know.
That's the thing. I mean, we've said like about Casualty turning into a soap. You know, where it was an amazing show for like its first decade, and then it became, you know, because it was only on a Saturday, and then obviously Holby came along, and then Casualty turned into a soap opera as well.
I didn't like how they made Holby people in the Casualty and vice versa.
Yeah,
it was like we want you to watch both shows.
Yeah, it's like you have to watch both shows to get what's going on with each character.
Is Holby City still on?
As far as I know, yeah, I don't watch it, but as far as I know, it's on. I could be wrong. But do you think? I mean, because obviously, Wentworth is really big at the moment, isn't it? I've not watched it, but I know it's based off of you know, it's from Prisoner of Silver Cage. Yeah,
it's supposed to be a reimagination of it.
Yeah, but apparently it's really, like, really good. You know, like, but pays tribute in a way to. But I mean, Prisoner of Silver Cage never shied away from the fact it was a soap. But obviously, I think Wentworth is trying to be something more modern, in the same vein as like
Wentworth isn't soapish. It's got that same feel to it as something like
Orange is the
Breaking
New
Bad.
Black, or yeah.
Orange is the New Black is terrible.
Oh really? Everybody keeps going on about it. I'm like,
it's supposed to be funny, To me, that's not
right,
funny.
yeah. Right.
Wentworth, I've watched every season of.
Really? Is it good?
And well, I would like to say I finished season 4, but they deleted all the bloody links to it on Facebook, so now I've only seen one. That's annoying, but
do you worry that something like that might, if it goes on too long, do you worry that something like that might become more?
Yeah, because all they've got to do is kill the queen, haven't they? All they've got to do is kill the top dog in it and change it up.
Yeah. I mean, because Bad Girls was big here. I don't know if you ever. My mum and sister.
Bad Girls. Me and my mum used to watch every week together when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I know that show so well.
Yeah, I bet
you to watch it.
Yeah.
I used to watch it all. What do you mean? I bet you do.
The women incarcerated, some lesbianism, and
I said, lesbianism. I can't say it. Anyway, the point is, I don't, I'm
teasing. But no, my mum and sister loved that show. I never watched it, not because I didn't want to watch it, but it wasn't on my radar kind of thing. So
Wentworth is a lot like Bad Girls in a lot of ways. Because they're in prison. One of them gets basically sent there for no reason, who ends up becoming a top dog, and her daughter. The first season's shocking. I'll tell you about it. Right? So there's this main bad top dog woman in there called Jax. She's got a son on the outside. B pisses her off, right? And B's daughter comes to visit her, so her son gets to know her, and they end up dating. And he gives her an overdose and kills her.
Really?
Right? And you see it, and it's one of the most shocking things I've seen. I think it disturbed her out of me.
Yeah.
Right? And at the end of the series, B actually stabs Jax in the neck with a pen and just walks out. That's the end of the series. It's amazing, that. But then now it started dragging a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm top dog now, and you do this, and you do that, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Right? But it's still entertaining because there's things happening in it. It just takes time. I've got all 3 I've got the first 3 seasons on Blu-ray. I'll probably wait and watch the 4th one on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I love that show.
I said to Jane that Bones was finally finishing next season. And she was like, no, I mean, she's only on season 1 at the moment, but she was kind of sad to hear it was ending. I said, no, seriously, it should have ended like 3-4 seasons ago. I said, it's another one of those shows. I hate it when shows go beyond their, their prime kind of thing. And I mean, one of my carers was saying that she really did not like the final season of Breaking Bad. And I'm like, I actually like the final season of Breaking Bad. I get why people might have found it a bit lethargic kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I liked it because I felt it was a necessary, end to the run kind of thing. But I'm glad it didn't go any further kind of thing. But I do get tired. I mean, like I said, I've said, especially these procedural dramas, they, crime dramas, they do turn into soaps. It gets to a point where you're seeing them so much and it's the same story, and that's what I'm finding with NCIS. And I mean, at least Jag called it at the right time, at least Jag finished. But I mean, we've said what season 7 has got to be, like the peak of most shows kind of thing. So
I think I don't know about Breaking Bad because I haven't seen the last few seasons. I haven't seen season 4 or 5 or technically part 2 of 5.
Yeah.
But a lot of shows. I mean, Angel's a prime example of a show that should have ended after its 2nd season.
Oh yeah. Especially season 5 was shocking.
Season 5 was a really weird season because it was like everything that the show shouldn't have done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I feel like Buffy should have ended after season 4.
Yeah, season 6 was a bit tongue in cheek, and season 7 was. I mean, I liked it in that it was a nice idea of this new generation of Slayers, and you had to have.
That was season 7. That was season 7.
That's what I'm saying. No, season 6 was a bit silly. Season 7, they needed it in a way to, like to finally have this good versus the big bad evil at the end. But it was so stupid with the first taking on the shape of all dead people and stuff like that. And it just felt like an excuse to get some old actors back and stuff. It was really dragged on as well. It could have been half that length.
The only thing that saved Buffy for me was Spike.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought Spike was a fascinating character.
That was the only thing that saved the show for me to watch. Because once he was in it more and he had his soul and all this stuff,
yeah,
he was like a lot like Angel, but better.
Yeah.
You know, he was more entertaining. He was more real. He wasn't the brooding guy. He was like, he had a heart. You know, he cared. You know, and I like that. But that's the only thing that saved it. And that's what saved season 5 as well, of Angel.
Yeah, with him coming back.
When they killed off, what was her name? You're going to know it straight away.
Cordelia?
No. The other one, when they changed her into that other thing.
Oh, Illyria, Fred. Yeah.
When they did that totally was terrible because nothing happened.
Yeah, that was,
You know? And then when Wesley dies, it's, do you want me to be Fred again?
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's just like, F off. You know what I mean?
I mean, it was really emotional, but it felt emotional for emotional sake because the actress wasn't leaving the show. They just changed up who she was. And I'm like, okay.
And Wesley shouldn't have died. Wesley's one of the characters that should have been at the end.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen him fight instead of Gunn, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, I would have liked Gunn to die and Wesley had been there because his whole journey went from being kind of naive in a lot of ways. Yeah,
very green. When you think back, especially when you look back on him in Buffy or something.
To him becoming really dark, to him kind of having that heart a little bit again, but that darkness.
Yeah.
And I think he should have been at the end.
Yeah.
Because he would have fought to the end.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And what I like about him was no matter how evil he got, he still was on the good side.
I mean, I guess in a way it worked. It worked him dying because it showed Illyria had that care where she was like, I don't know what this feeling is, but I really want to kill something right now. It was nice that it showed that although she didn't know these feelings, there was part of, like, in a way, there was part of Fred still there. And I guess her, because of the relationship Illyria had built up with him, you know, with the training and the, you know, just the connection, I guess the vessel connection, as she
I always felt Fred should have been with Wesley and not Gunn.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a bit of a 180 because I loved Fred and Gunn together. You know, they had a very sweet relationship, but then all of a sudden, I mean, it made sense for her to be with Wesley because obviously they were very intellectual people and, you know, they could talk about the most insane stuff. But I don't know, there was something sweet because I always felt like Gunn was the person that you wouldn't expect to be sweet and that because he was just this rough and tumble, and it was nice to see that sweet side of him in a way. But I do agree. I mean, it came as a bit of a 180 that all of a sudden she was with Wesley, but at the same time it worked. So I have mixed feelings about that.
I think the interesting thing is, and you hit on the head there, you know, with Gunn, you expected him to be this hard-nosed,
he was a stereotypical guy on the streets,
and Wesley ended up being that.
Yeah,
ways, except darker.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
And you wouldn't have expected that when you first meet them both.
No,
you know, when you first meet Gunn, you can tell he cares about his group.
Yeah, right? He's this wide-eyed, you know, this kid on the street.
He's this survival person. You know, you expect Gunn to get in a way, but it'd be like Mel Dixon.
Yeah.
Cares, but at the same time would, you know, get rid of it.
Just needs to get, has to be aggressive to get what needs to be done.
But Wesley's obsession with Fred was terrible. I mean, come on, he made that other woman dress up as her.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It was the fact she did it as well. It was like messy. I mean, I kind of liked his relationship with her, but it was a bit disturbing.
I like the bit where she comes and talks to him.
She was another hard-nosed bitch. She was another hard-nosed bitch who I felt had that side that you were just trying to get to, if you know what I mean.
I like that bit where he talks to her when she's like this spider thing crawling across the floor.
Oh, God, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Was like, what the hell is this? What?
But I think something that was brought up, I always liked, was the fact that Angel got cursed with his soul. He didn't have a choice on that. But Spike fought for his, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always liked that. So, although, people always said that, and I never got it, because I was like, well, actually, he went to go so that he could beat the shit, like, killer. You know, I think he went to do those trials so he'd become, you know, get rid of the chip and be able to be violent again. But in a way, it's nice to think that he, at the same, because something must have been in him for that being to read in him that he wanted his soul, kind of thing. So the fact that he fought for that.
I think the thing I liked was about season 5 was you didn't know who was the one who was meant to be the chosen one. And what I liked about that was you could tell Angel was heartbroken over that.
Yeah, because he wasn't the only one anymore.
Yeah, because he wasn't that chosen one, but everyone told him he was.
No, he'd been the special one, with the only one with a soul for so long.
And then it turned out it was Spike, which was like really funny. So you saw this clash between them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, they've always had a clash anyway, but yeah.
Let's be honest though, the whole Spike Angel dynamic was funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
And it was the best part of season 5. All right.
I always like looking at the old Buffy's season 7 of Buffy. You know when Angel pops back and he brings the amulet, and he's like, this, that, and the other, and Buffy's like, no, you go, and she decides to give it to Spike. And she goes to Spike, and he's in the basement, isn't he? And he's got the punching bag, and he's got the picture of Angel, because he saw her with Angel, didn't he? And he's like, so how's Captain Forehead? It's so funny, because on this picture as well, it's got this huge forehead with the spiky hair on top. I always loved his absolutely because of the whole thing with Drusilla and Angel and stuff like that. I love that whole clash, that kind of love triangle.
Especially in season 2, when he loses his soul.
When he turns,
and you can tell that Drusilla prefers Angel to Spike.
Yeah, definitely.
I think my favourite season of Buffy has to be season 2 when Angel turns evil. Because there's something so relaxed about Angel then. It's like
it's so conniving and just like you say, like smooth like chocolate, but just evil as evil.
It's like it's that type of guy, and when he's like that, you can imagine could charm anybody and kill him.
Yeah.
And he has this such darkness, but there's so much pleasure from it. Right? It's
so funny as well, because you look at Drusilla, who's absolutely batshit crazy, and you look at Spike, who's just this rough punk rocker kind of thing. And then you see Angel, who does this whole, because when you think of vampires, you think of this whole charismatic, seduction kind of thing. And Angel kind of embodied that, with this whole, like, the smooth guy, but then, absolute killer, maniac, psychotic killer kind of thing. He did that so well.
Oh, we've got a comment from Luke. I thought the later seasons of Buffy got a bit silly with Spike getting his soul back. Buffy gets killed and comes back again. Angel dies, then comes back again. But I did like the last episode when the Hellmouth opens.
Yeah.
See, I didn't like the last episode. I thought the last episode was a bit tacky.
Oh, really?
When
Buffy,
I felt like there should have been more to it instead of this. Because the ending feels very much like Mad Max 2. When they all get in the bus and and you're just like, this seems so basic, but they'd beat this Hellmouth. But we've been waiting for
that Anya
years.
died. I understand that Anya died. It was nice that she fought to save her. Yeah, you didn't like her, did you?
I thought Xander should have died and all.
Well, Xander became a whiny little bitch in the later seasons. It's just like, for fuck's sake.
There's a lot of things that I don't like about the last episode. I mean, to me, the best part was Spike again, where she says, I love you. And he goes, no, you don't, but thanks for saying that.
Yeah, I know.
It's so real. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like he knows, but she obviously cared for him, but there was never the love that she had with Angel kind of thing. But what he felt was so, But I just never, I actually like the episode, but I completely agree with what you say. In the same way I agree with what Luke was saying about, I hated it when, like, one of them would keep dying. It's like in comic books, a character dies and then they magically get brought back to life again or something.
Well, one of the things one of my problems, sorry to cut in on you, just want to say that's what I think about it, is in that season 1, she gets bitten by the Master, right?
Yeah.
She dies. She comes back again, yet she never turns into a vampire.
Well, no, to be fair, she wasn't forced to feed, was she? So that's why she didn't become a...
Yeah, but still, when you look at some things, they're not always forced to feed in some of the episodes.
No.
So, I mean, surely she would have been affected somehow.
Well, yeah. I mean, she had the nightmares, and that was about it,
So it was just a little bit, But go on, carry on, sorry.
No, all I I was going to say, the thing that always bugged me about the final episode is the Hellmouth opened, and there was like thousands upon thousands of these like Urukai kind of style vampire, original vampires. I was like, I'm sorry, there's what? A dozen of these potential, there was only like a dozen of them left, weren't there, at the end, because they'd all been killed off or whatever. And there was literally like 12 of these girls. Now, I know they all then got empowered with the power of the Slayer, but I'm sorry, even Buffy struggled to take on more than 2 people, 2 vampires. So, I'm sorry, how are these 12 girls able to take on
the thing
thousands?
In reality, all the vampires would have just jumped on them and, and killed them.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have taken their time. They would have just all ran.
Doing it one by one.
Yeah, they would have jumped on like 20 at a time and just been done and just ripped them to shreds.
Yeah.
There would have been let me take my time and me go first.
It's just so funny. You see this whole pit of them, and they all come running at the Slayers, and you're like, I'm sorry, how are these people going to take on all these? And like I say, Buffy, these are supposed to be the most primal of vampires. And yet, like I say, Buffy take on, she would take on a small group every now and then, and she would be done. But these managed to take on, like, what? They must have taken on a good 100 each to get rid of that. I know they didn't take on every single one, because obviously the Hellmouth got blown up and stuff. But I was just like, really? They're doing the whole cliched one at a time attack, kind of thing.
And just, I didn't think it was a bad episode. I just didn't like how it ended.
What did you think about Faith and the teacher, the head teacher? Their relationship. Like, she slept with him once, and then all of a sudden, like, they was doing that whole, he was like, oh, if I can surprise you, I'll take you on a date or whatever. And then, like,
I don't remember it.
Do you not? No.
I don't remember
that. The son of the previous Slayer, he was the head teacher, weren't he, at the school? Oh, okay. Anyway.
You know what it's like? You watch your show and sometimes you just have no idea.
What did you think about Faith coming back?
I thought Faith coming back was a bit of a sellout, to be honest. Because I think Buffy would never have accepted that.
Yeah.
But in saying that, Angel did help her.
Yeah, she was like... that's the thing. You have to take into consideration the Angel episodes that she was in. That she was so... But, I don't know, I just felt that she was so far gone. I didn't know if it was possible for her to come back, so...
Let's be honest. I thought Series 3, where she's with that... I don't know, what is he the mayor?
The mayor. Yeah, the mayor guy.
There's that evil combination there, which really worked.
Yeah.
Right? But I feel like Buffy would never have accepted Faith back. Not even with Angel saying it or anything.
No, exactly.
But then you could say the same thing about Spike with Buffy, couldn't you, really, when you think about how evil he was. So...
Yeah, no, or Willow even,
Yeah, or Willow killing people, like skinning people and shit,
Yeah.
So maybe she could, but I did think it was a bit of a sellout.
Yeah. I thought it was just an excuse to get Liza Dushku back, to be honest.
Exactly. If you go into the comic book realm now, there's like 3 seasons of Buffy.
Yeah, it's like Faith and Angel, isn't it?
There's a couple of seasons of Faith and Angel. Right? Then you've got Angel on his own.
Yeah.
And these are supposed to be canon.
Yeah. Well, unless there's a revival, and then they could do an X-Files and pretend the comics never happened.
I'm surprised, because they wanted to do a Buffy revival, didn't they?
Yeah.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar said no. She said no. But she said no one wants to see an old woman like me.
She still looks a lot like she does. She seems to be one of those people that stays the same,
If I was her, I'd do it just to get the money.
Just to get the money.
Well, so that she's made
Freddie Prinze Jr. is doing this whole cookbook thing now, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr., the hunk of the 90s.
I will say he's quite hot.
I remember watching a lot of films.
He's gotten hotter with age. I didn't like him when he was younger, but
I remember watching a lot of him in the 90s and thinking, if I could just look like him.
It always makes me laugh when I think of how many movies he did with Matthew Lillard. It's like...
He did quite a few with Sarah Michelle Gellar and all, didn't they, really?
Yeah, but to be fair, they're married, so that's...
That is a good point. It's weird.
It was funny because they were saying, like I said, the Scooby Doo sketch that was on Robot Chicken, that was in that list that I saw. That was the top 10 Robot Chicken skits. And they were saying, how good it was that they managed to get the actors from the movie. And I'm like, yeah, but Seth Green's mates with all of them, so it wouldn't, I'm not surprised he was able to get them.
Well, exactly. I think it's amazing when you watch Robot Chicken and you look at the names at the end.
Oh yeah, when you see like Matthew Broderick and all the other ones. Like,
I wonder how much they get paid for doing their little skit.
Well, when you think that the whole thing is only like the whole episode together is only 10 minutes, so when you think that some of those skits are literally like a couple of seconds long, sometimes, like you say, you have to wonder how much they get paid.
They can't get paid a lot, surely.
No.
I think they get paid at least a couple of grand.
Yeah.
But for the type of show it is, I won't think it's got a big, massive,
they must do like chunk, like different episodes, like scenes, because I can't imagine them like getting Emilia Clarke along and then going, right, can you record this 10-second clip? And then go, right, you can go now.
See, they might get a few for different seasons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They probably get them for different.
Oh. I am so sorry, guys. My weekend has caught up with me. I'm off to bed. Excellent chat as always. Enjoy your days. See you at Mill, Tash.
Thank you, Donna. Thanks so much for being here. It's technically my birthday now. It's
Tuesday
after 12. So.
Over my mind, it's one more minute till it's your birthday.
Oh, really?
Take care, Donna. Sleep well.
Yeah, take care. Actually, it is on my computer as well.
I hope you have fun tomorrow at somebody's party.
5 seconds. No, thanks so much for being here, Donna. It was lovely of you to come in even after working. So take care. Sleep well. See you later.
Take care.
It is officially midnight.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Hey.
You're not going to try and sing, are you?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear, whatever your name is.
Hit you on.
Happy birthday to you.
I'd like for you to go, happy birthday.
Oh, if I did that, people would think I enjoyed Queer.
We would definitely turn people off this show.
Can you imagine me? Happy birthday to you. Look, sing it. They'd be like, what the heck is he doing?
The paedophiles out again.
Oh.
We should probably see if there's anybody on the YouTube channel.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Mind you, it might show up more on yours than it does on mine.
Have a look.
71, that's insane.
71.
Today's is number 71. God, my hair looks awful. We have a dislike.
Oh, what? Oh, dear. James has done a video called Ghostbusters Amazon Update.
Oh, dear.
Part 1. 1 dislike and no likes. What the hell?
Somebody's saying, can I join too? Pass me the link.
Core hit. Oh dear.
We've gone from 5 watching to 2 watching in literally like 2 seconds.
Fucking hell. Shocking.
That's Donna. Donna. Are we calling it? Are we ending then? Or?
I say we call it.
Put it out as misery.
It's been a pretty good chat.
It's all Malcolm's fault that we were late. So.
Yeah, it was my fault because I ended up late. But it's okay because it's me, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else, I'll get pissed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You do.
I do get pissed. I have a very pissy attitude. Get pissy attitude.
Well, we've had shit, we've had bullshit, we've had crap. We're just pissed now.
So pissed now. We're getting there. This is the chat. I should call this the most complained chat ever.
You didn't put the subtitle Tash's birthday bash.
I'm gonna at the end because I forgot to because I was rushing, so we went later.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it's been a good chat anyway. We've talked a lot of different things.
I'm surprised John didn't pop in.
Yeah. It was nice to see Alex though, and Luke.
Oh, actually, no, that's wrong. I shouldn't be surprised because it's July the 4th, isn't it?
Ah,
it's probably having a barbecue.
Probably having a barbecue.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see Alex and Luke, because, you know, Luke doesn't normally turn up, so it was nice to see him and Donna and James for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Even though he'll then go on the actual video and just comment to you instead of me. Cause
no, he will, yeah, he will. And we'll have to listen about his big penis head again.
I just don't like the disrespect of completely ignoring me, if you know what I mean. It's like,
well, hopefully. Well, he didn't ignore you when he said hi.
Well, yeah, but then I know on the actual video, because, you know.
Yeah, it's a bit weird that. People do some really weird shit, don't they, like that? It's like, how hard is it to just say hi to the other person as well?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But I say, well, that's okay.
They're trying to win you over, that's why. So.
Isn't everybody, though, in some aspects?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? I don't know. I guess we should call it there.
Yeah, no, thanks to all of those that turned up, especially Donna and Alex and that and Luke for all their questions, because we had some good questions and comments tonight.
We had some great comments.
Yeah. So thanks to everybody, and thanks to whoever watches this after the fact, and thank you to Malcolm for being an awesome friend. And I look forward to next week, as always. So please check out my channel. More coming soon, and please definitely check out Malcolm's awesome channel, because you know, if you want to get him to work on something instead of just putting something up that's
I got loads of, like I say.
No, seriously, no. It would be good to see you do reviews and stuff. So it would be nice if people actually encouraged you. So please check out Malcolm's channel and subscribe if you haven't already.
I thank everybody for watching. Alex, Luke, Donna, and James, and anyone else who's been watching. I like, as always, like I always say, and like we always say, it's the comments that help the chat be better. You know, it's always good having a chat and talking, but when you have those comments, it really boosts up the conversation.
Yeah,
you know,
have stuff to talk about more. You know,
exactly. When you have people bring up subjects,
inputting,
might never have talked. Yeah, exactly, inputting. Would never have mentioned them until that moment. So, as always, if you're watching and you're a little bit scared about inputting questions, remember that you need to do it because it helps the chat become even better and better than it was before.
Yeah.
You know, and it always helps. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to Tash, the link is down below. If you haven't already subscribed to me, Tash does great videos and does awesome Exile stuff as well as other things. She's going to start doing vlogs again soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
I like watching vlogs. I like watching them again.
Yeah.
And
more reviews as well coming up. Not all Exiles related. So.
And more reviews, which I'm looking forward to. Hopefully some game reviews soon.
Yes, that's what I'm working on. So
that would be awesome as well. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. If you have, thanks. And take care and have a lovely, lovely day. Bye for now, guys. Happy birthday, Tash.
Thank you.